Hi guys, back again for another dig. Wife's having a night out tonight, so took the opportunity to rush out with a detector. Went and see one of my farmers yesterday evening, and he said he had another 2 fields I could have a try on, so silage has just been cut on these, so I've got all this field to do. Looks pretty good actually, and got the field just over this hedgerow as well, so been here a couple of minutes and got a signal just around the gateway, so have the pro pointer on it and the signal's just by there, so we'll see if we can pull this one up and see what's there. But, still there. I'll tell you what, I will see if I can have a little dig of this. I need 2 hands, and I'll come back to you in a second. Yep, there's nothing to get excited about, just a couple of pieces of fence pins or of some kind of mesh, but weird, gave a good signal on the Garrett, but yeah, surprised about that. Anyway, on to the next one. Alright guys, just got a very iffy signal. Wasn't really going to dig it, but haven't been getting too many signals, so dug this little hole out, pulled back the sod, and that's what I saw. And the old heart got racing a little bit there, but as it turns out, it's just a very thin, must be a button I think. But, it's got a little shank on the back which is broken off, but still, oops. Not found a button, so even though it's not the best, it's still my first one, so happy days. Move on to the next. Oh, just had another signal, pretty shallow, 2 inches, so I just put the pro pointer to it, and just a little tiny hole there, and got a reflector, so I'm assuming it's off a tractor. It's a bit far out in the sticks for a push bike, but it's a big old thing, and quite an old one too by the look of it. So anyway, I'll put that one in the trash bag and move on to the next. Back again, been in nearly 2 hours now. Beginning to wonder if my detector was working, so I've checked it a few times, but it's a very quiet field it seems. I dug about probably half a dozen to a dozen targets. But just heading back down the way I came, and pretty pleased because on that one out pops that, which is a pretty big musket ball by the look of it. So that's the second one I found that, and gives me a bit of reassurance as well that there was some activity in this field as well. So yeah, pretty happy with that. At least we know there's not a lot of trash in the field anyway, which is positive. So right. Brilliant, I'll see you on the next one. Hello again guys, right, back for a second hunt. Had to cut the last one short, but I've come to my one of my other permissions today. Weather's not too good, but had a little look on Google Maps, went back to 1945. You can see those 2 trees there in the distance. Well those 2 over there all formed a bit of a wood, which subsequently is not there anymore. So looking on where's the path, alongside this hedgerow here was an old path. So plan today is to see if we can go along there and see if we can find anything. Now, I've been here a couple of minutes and I thought I'd just do by this gateway. I got my first signal. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a coin in the hole on my first signal. So have a look at that, and it's actually a modern 2p piece, but anyway, I'm not complaining because first signal, first coin, so shows there's a bit of activity around here anyway, so fingers crossed we'll have some more. See you in a minute. Cheers. Oh, just got another signal, and I think that's the one, but whatever it is, it's pretty worn, so I'll imagine it's a halfpenny. Looks pretty old and it's wafer thin, so we'll give it a clean up when we get back and see what it is. Definitely a coin though, so hopefully when it's cleaned up we can get a bit of detail off it and see what it is. See you on the next. I just had another signal, pretty deep one that, down about 7 inches, 8 inches props, but just turn them off, and out popped that, which is a little button. So still got the shank on the back, it's in pretty worn condition on the front, but yeah, pretty happy with that. So excellent, on to the next one. Right, another signal, and just pull that sod out there, and lying in the bottom is a little musket ball. Not being fired, but yeah, that's the second one I've had off here now, so must have been something going on here. Might point out as well, I just bought the 2D coil as well. Had the concentric coil that came with the Garrett 250, but I'll tell you what, since I've put that on, much more finds, and one of the biggest things for me is when you swing in your detector, it doesn't go off and false against little clumps of grass, and yeah, it's really good. It's every signal it gives is it's definitely a strong signal. So made up with that, worth every quid really. So anyway, see you on the next. Well, it's got a signal. It's coming up as 10 cents on the Garrett, but this which looks like a broken ring to me. It's not gold. Don't think it's silver either, but you can see it's bent over. That's the top of the ring, quite thin. That's the bent underside of it. So yeah, it's pretty interesting that. Can't make out any detail or anything like that on it, but we'll clean it up a bit later and see if we can get anything off it. There's a tiny little fleck of gold there, which makes me think maybe it was a bit of gold plating on it at some point, perhaps. But anyway, I'm not going to rub it too much, just in case. I'll come back to you in a bit. Hi again, just got another signal, and quite a strong signal really. It gave a 10 cents, but I just pulled out that, which is, I don't know if you can see because this phone is pretty crap for zooming, but it's a 1921 George farthing. It's in super condition. It's got a great patina on it, so that should clean up lovely. Yeah, really pleased with that. It's the first farthing I've ever found. So, alright, see you in a bit. I just picked up another signal. I don't know what this is. I thought it was a halfpence at first, but it's got a slight dome to it. It's very small, but there is some faint writing on that side. But hoping when I get back I can give it a bit of a clean up and get something off it, because at the minute, not a hope in hell. And given by the weather, I think we're going to get absolutely lashed on in a minute. So I've actually got another signal. Just got rained on, so I'm soaking wet now, but if you can see in there, there's the coin by the look of it. So I'll try and get him out. Just have to, there we go. And what have we got? Looks like a penny of some sort. It's a George. Georgia 5th penny, I think. Let's see if I can get a date off it. Yeah, I think it says 1926, but nice green patina on that one. A bit worn, but yeah, again, about the 4th coin I've had out of here today, so I'm pretty happy with that. Another little signal, and just another little button, but you can see the impression it's left there. Been quite a few buttons on here so far, so I haven't videoed them all, but otherwise I'd bore you to death. But anyway, thought I'd show you that one. Another signal, mystery object time. That just popped out of the hole. It's got a nice green patina on it, hole in the middle. Bit of a pattern on the front there, but on the back seems to be pretty smooth. Could be modern, not sure, but looks like it's been there a while. So if anybody knows, leave me a comment. Cheers.